Hey, YouTube friends and followers. I'm hoping my lighting is okay. It's a bit dull here in the Peak District. It's a bit of a grey, rainy, well, not too rainy day here in the Peak District. And the field behind me is full of sheep this morning, which is very sweet. I've been meaning to jump on all week and share something with you, which feels like a gift. And it's a gift that was passed on to me by some well-wishers via private messages. I get sent content all of the time. And it's something that I felt inspired to share with you. And this inspiration, it's like inspiration tumbling down. So the author of this is Charles Eisenstein. And it was written, it was read out by James Maskell, who inspired JCK to read it. And it's JCK who's inspired me to read it. And thank you to those people who sent me her video reading this essay by Charles Eisenstein, which I feel contains the essence of hope that we are all in our hearts searching for, this light at the end of the tunnel, this feeling of hope that gives us faith in a higher power, that in a solution to collectively find our way out of the labyrinth at the current time. It's called A Gathering of the Tribe. It was written in December 2009, and I'd love to read it to you. Now, this will probably take at least 20 minutes to read to you, I suspect. I'm not sure. So maybe if you don't have that time right now, wait until you're doing something else like cooking dinner, or I quite often listen to things if I'm ironing. Not that I do much of that anymore because I have a wonderful new housekeeper, but I used to listen to a lot of YouTube channels and interviews when I was sort of doing mundane tasks, shall we say. So this really inspired me. I could really feel the expansion in my heart when I heard it read out, and I wanted to share it with you. So here goes. Once upon a time, a great tribe of people lived in a world far away from ours. Whether far away in space or in time, or even outside of time, we do not know. They lived in a state of enchantment and joy that few of us today dare to believe could exist, except in those exceptional peak experiences when we glimpse the true potential of life and mind. One day, the shaman of the tribe called a meeting. They gathered around him, and he spoke very solemnly. "My friends," he said, "there is a world that needs our help. It is called Earth, and its fate hangs in the balance. Its humans have reached a critical point in their collective birthing, and they will be stillborn without our help. Who would like to volunteer for a mission to this time and place and render service to humanity?" "Tell us more about this mission," they asked. "I'm glad you asked, because it is no small thing. I will put you into a deep, deep trance, so complete that you will forget who you are. You will live a human life, and in the beginning, you will completely forget your origins. You will even forget our language and your own true name. You will be separated from the wonder and beauty of our world, and from the love that bathes us all. You will miss it deeply, yet you will not know what it is you are missing. You will only remember the love and beauty that we know to be normal as a longing in your heart. Your memory will take the form of an intuitive knowledge as you plunge into the painfully marred earth that a more beautiful world is possible. As you grow up in that world, your knowledge will be under constant assault. You will be told in a million ways that a world of destruction, violence, drudgery, anxiety, and degradation is normal. You may go through a time when you are completely alone, with no allies to affirm your knowledge of a more beautiful world. You may plunge into a depth of despair that we in our world of light cannot imagine. But no matter what, a spark of knowledge will never leave you. A memory of your true origin will be encoded in your DNA. That spark will lie within you, inextinguishable, until one day it is awakened. You will see, even though, even though you will feel for a time utterly alone, you will not be alone. I will send you assistance, help that you will experience as miraculous, experiences that you will describe as transcendent. For a few moments or hours or days, you will reawaken to the beauty and the joy that is meant to be. You will see it on earth, for even though the planet and its people are deeply wounded, there is beauty there still, projected from past and future onto the present as a promise of what is possible and a reminder of what is real. You will also receive help from each other. As you begin to awaken to your mission, you will meet others of our tribe. You will recognize them by your common purpose, values, and intuitions, and by the similarity of the paths you have walked. As the condition of the planet Earth reaches crisis proportions, your paths will cross more and more. The time of loneliness, the time of thinking you might be crazy will be over. You will find the people of your tribe all over the earth and become aware of them through the long-distance communication technologies used on that planet. But the real shift, the real quickening, will happen in face-to-face gatherings in special places on Earth. When many of you gather together, you will launch a new stage on your journey, a journey which, I assure you, will end where it began. Then, the mission that lay unconscious within you will flower into consciousness. Your intuitive rebellion against the world presented you as normal will become an explicit quest to create a more beautiful one. In the time of loneliness, you will always be seeking to reassure yourself that you are not crazy. You will do that by telling people all about what is wrong with the world, and you will feel a sense of betrayal when they don't listen to you. You will be hungry for stories of wrongness, atrocity, and ecological destruction, all of which confirm the validity of your intuition that a more beautiful world exists. But after you have fully received the help I will send you and the quickening of your gatherings, you will no longer need to do that because you will know. Your energy will thereafter turn towards actively creating that more beautiful world. A tribeswoman asked the shaman, "How do you know that this will work? Are you sure your shamanic powers are great enough to send us on such a journey?" The shaman replied, "I know it will work because I have done it many times before. Many have already been sent to Earth to live human lives and to lay the groundwork for the mission you will undertake now. I've been practicing. The only difference now is that many of you will venture there at once. What is new in the time you will live in is that the gatherings are beginning to happen." A tribesman asked, "Is there a danger we will become lost in that world and never wake up from the shamanic trance? Is there a danger that the despair, the cynicism, the pain of separation will be so great that it will extinguish the spark of hope, the spark of our true selves and origin, that we will be separated from our beloved ones forever?" The shaman replied, "That is impossible. The more deeply you get lost, the more powerful the help I will send you. You might experience it at the time as a collapse of your personal world, the loss of everything important to you. Later, you will recognize the gift within it. We will never abandon you." Another man asked, "Is it possible that our mission will fail and that this planet, Earth, will perish?" The shaman replied, "I will answer your question with a paradox. It is impossible that your mission will fail, yet its success hangs on your own actions. The fate of the world is in your hands. The key to this paradox lies within you, in the feeling you carry that each of your actions, even your personal secret struggles within, has cosmic significance. You will know then, as you do now, that everything you do matters. God sees everything." There were no more questions. The volunteers gathered in a circle, and the shaman went to each one. The last thing each was aware of was the shaman blowing smoke in his face. They entered a deep trance and dreamed themselves into the world where we find ourselves today. So there we go. And in that essay, he does go on with a bit of a narrative and an explanation of what is going on right now. And that was actually written, as I said, in 2009. So very prophetic. It feels very powerful. And hello to everyone who's on. Oh, hi to Manny, who's just joined. Manny is one of my mandala, my inner circle, inner source circle, and we have been on the most amazing journey over the past year. And just reading out that piece about gathering, it's reminded me today of a gathering 8 years ago, which I co-produced with Marie-Claire Carlisle, and we had an amazing circle of incredible people who contributed to that event. Davina McHale, Nikki Slade, Stuart Pearce, Rita Herreys, gosh, so many people. And forgive me, Charlie Tayard is another amazing person who was key to the success of that event. It was the 12-12-12 One World London event, where we amassed a gathering of, there were about 1,100 people in the room. There was probably another 1,000 people at least online, so probably 1,200 people on the 12th of the 12th of the 12th. It was my 48th birthday, and today is the 12th of the 12th, so today is my birthday. So that is my little gift to you. And I'm having to accept, I was going to read more of that, but I'm having to accelerate that because I'm actually on Richard Ashworth's Year of the Ox workshop today, which is starting at 10 a.m. So I'm going to have to get going to that in a second. And it's very interesting because we're currently in the year of the metal rat, which is yang metal, which is the northwest, which is symbolic very much of the patriarchy, the structure, the steel girders that hold up the skyscraper. And in this coming year, we're moving into the year of the metal ox. Now, the ox lives in the northeast, which is a very spiritual place for an animal to live. The northeast is the mountain. However, the metal ox is yin metal, which lives in the west, which is the home of the rooster. And yin metal is like jewelry, but it's also fine metal. So it's very much like a vaccination needle. So it's very interesting. We're moving from yang metal into yin metal in this coming year. So there's, it'd be very interesting to see Richard Ashworth's take on what the year of the ox holds for us. And I may well do a video to summarize it once I've completed the workshop today. It just so happened to be on my birthday. So this is my birthday gift to myself because I'm absolutely fascinated by all things metaphysical. And Richard Ashworth is a feng shui master, and he is an expert in ancient Chinese metaphysics, in Bazi, feng shui, Chinese, obviously the Chinese horoscope. Feng shui is about how energy moves through time and space in this material realm. And hello to everyone who's watching. Hi to Dawn and to Nick and DP Murray, Tom One. Thank you. And Jane, Ray. Thank you, Christina. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. Now, I'm assuming if you have listened this far that you must be a stalwart fan, and this live stream will go out during the day once it's uploaded by YouTube. So I wanted to energize, to use the energy of my birthday. We're in the dark of the moon and we're headed towards Monday's new moon solar eclipse, where the moon eclipses the sun. So it's a super powerful time for the divine feminine, and it's like a super new moon, and it's the start of a new beginning. And in my astrology chart, this super new moon solar eclipse happens in my 7th house of relationships. Now, this year, 2020, I've really focused on creating a solid foundation, a new home, getting my finances in order, and getting all of my base chakra needs in place. And very much my intention for 2021 is to manifest a new relationship. So I wanted to use this live stream, this video, to energize that intention. So, and one of the interesting things that Mani will know, Mani Harani, and those who were on my inner circle mentoring group for 2020, which we started at Imbolc on the 4th of February, and we completed on Samhain on the 31st of October on that amazing full moon. And it's very interesting doing a mentoring program with a small group. And this is what Charles Eisenstein talks about, the power of gathering in a mandala. And the mandala, when people gather and you put out the call that you're going to run a program and you see who assembles, and then you journey together and you see what comes up in that journey and what's coming up to be transmuted, to be healed, to be alchemized. One of the key things which came up for the group, because we'd all had very challenging relationships with the masculine. And this is the masculine in all its forms. So that can also be the masculine energy within women, within our mothers, within ourselves, as well as with in relationships. And we did massive clearing. And we ended with the most amazing weekend where my son, who is very much shines the light of the evolved masculine, the Christ consciousness, the Krishna consciousness. He joined us and we did a ceremony around the fire in the teepee here. And it was the most incredible healing. And I really landed. There were loads of Krishna signs, peacock feathers, and even on Haddon Estate here where I live, their symbol is the peacock. And the peacock feather is the symbol of Krishna. So I very much realized that in our coming together, 5 women, originally we started as 6 and we reduced to 5 and then we expanded back to 6 with the addition of my son. I realized that we were doing a very deep inner healing around our masculine, our inner masculine energy. And of course, when it comes to relationships, the key to attracting a beautiful external relationship is to do the deep inner clearing to heal your inner masculine and feminine so that you're in that space of balance to attract in a beautiful external partnership. And that is why I put Krishna and Radha as the thumbnail on this video. So I would love to energize my intentions and the qualities that I would love to attract in a new relationship in 2021. This is going to be my one of my key intentions for 2021. The other is to complete actually it's already been written. My new book, Liberation, is to edit and bring that content together so that it can be published in this year. So here are some of the qualities in the partner that I would love to attract. And so I just want to energize this and put it out there and throw that cosmic pebble into the pond, and the ripples, allow the ripples to emanate out. So here are some of the qualities. Kind. And this is in no particular order. This is just as they came out. I journaled this a week or so ago. Kind, loving, practical, artistic, creative and visionary, musical, loves dogs, loves children, enterprising and resourceful, good with money, tall, good looking, funny, well educated, spiritual, sensual, loves cinema, loves theatre, loves musicals, local. Now I live in Derbyshire and it's very important for me to be in a relationship with someone who's local and not long distance. So that's really key. Happy, an activist, shamanic, in tune with nature, maybe a gardener, I've put, question mark, salt of the earth, lives in a beautiful country house with a garden, devoted, adoring, healed, strong, evolved, Christ or Krishna-like, or that should really be Christ and Krishna-like, earthed, and then I've put here, maybe it's a monkey, a rat, a rooster, or a sheep. And those of you who are into Chinese astrology will know all about that. And so I ended that with gracias, gracias, gracias. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because already I sense that this relationship is on its way to me. And if that resonates with you, and you would, if you would love to throw your hat in the ring, so to speak, the way to do that, or if it may be someone you know that you think, wow, that person just chimes and rings a bell. If that resonates, then the way to contact me or to send a message, and it's best to send a message privately via email, please. And you can do that to rachel@rachelelnor.com. The really key thing is that you put Krishna in the subject title. And what I would really love, if you want to make contact with me, is for you to put in links to your website or to your social media channels so that I can tune into your energy, and also tell me your favorite 3 films of all time, because I absolutely love films and cinema. And yeah, so that is my birthday intention, and sending you lots and lots of love. I'm going to sign off now because I need to get ready for my workshop at 10 a.m. And have a wonderful 12th of the 12th. And just bear in mind that today is the opening of the Rainbow Bridge, which leads the 10 days that lead towards the 21st of December. I was told that by Diana Cooper, who was the star speaker at our 12-12-12 event back in London 8 years ago. She said, Rachel, did you know today is the opening of the Rainbow Bridge, which leads to the solstice? So we are entering a very magical 10-day period. As I said, we have the solar eclipse on Monday, a beautiful, intense new moon energy, and it leads to that spectacular Jupiter-Saturn conjunction at 0 degrees of Aquarius on the winter solstice. So an amazing time, and a whole new energy is flooding through. A new light is coming to the earth. And as you know, that you cannot fight the darkness, you simply, all you have to do is switch on the light. And that, my friends, is what I believe is coming. And together we will create a beautiful new golden era on planet Earth. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.